Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to San Jose City College as we get ready for game number 3 of the Bellarmine Varsity football season, the last game before WCAL play begins next Friday against Reardon. This is Central Catholic on tap. It is Bellarmine 2-0 on the season, the number 9 team in the Bay Area News Group Top 25 against an undefeated Central Catholic team at 3-0. Hey, folks, Kevin Dana, class of 2005, alongside Danny Williams, current Bellarmine senior. And Danny, and you got a chance to play for this Bellarmine football team, the freshman level. You played a couple of years here. You are friends with some guys on the team. I know you had a chance to talk with Gabriel Abella, offensive lineman, along with starting left tackle Nolan Hines. What did they have to tell you about this game?
Yeah, I did, and they both had a similar theme. Blowing a 21 lead to the same team last year, not a great look. They both said they have to be conditioned, give 110% both sides of the ball, and just make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, that was the first game of the Jalal Beachman era. They had a 21-0 lead in the first game last season, lost that one 28-21, and I was talking with Jalal Beachman earlier this week. He said, we just let one get away. And with every kind of experience like that, you try to learn from it, he was saying. And he said it was something that really motivated them in summer and getting ready for fall training camp. Though a loss like that certainly left a bad taste in their mouths last year.
Yeah, especially in playing 2 years, I know what a tough loss feels like, and that one had to sting.
Yeah, so this is a Central Catholic team that is pretty good. They've played a Bay Area team earlier this year. They defeated San Ramon Valley 21-14 at home. They've also taken care of St. Mary's Stockton, a very good team, by 2 touchdowns, and defeated Merced 31-28. Well, Bellarmine, of course, their first game at home was an upset over number 5 Menlo Atherton 56-41. They backed that up off a bye week with a 41-6 win at San Leandro, which was ranked 14th at the time in the Bay Area News Group Top 25. They got another big game out of Ben Fopp, 3 touchdowns in that game, 4 touchdowns in his first game. And, well, Danny, Ben Fopp is off to a fantastic start this year.
Yeah, he's a stud. He's versatile. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He runs really hard, breaks a bunch of tackles, and he's going to be a key difference maker for this one.
Well, the Bells will be kicking off to start this one with Jack Rainey, number 6. And the Central Catholic Raiders in their road whites with gold helmets will go back deep to receive. Nolan Crosdale is back deep. He has a 93-yard kick return for a touchdown this season already. They're led by head coach Roderick Canepa, who's in his 14th year, a veteran head coach who has won a lot of games for not only the Raiders, but in Central California and California high school football overall. 256 wins in the state. Here we go, about ready for the kickoff, and Rainey boots it away, and this one will reach the end zone as it falls into the lap of Jalen Nichols, a backup running back for the Raiders. Let's give you the starters for this Central Catholic offense. Tyler Wentworth is their starting quarterback. He replaces the injured Dominic Perino, a senior. Wentworth is a sophomore, guy who has a strong arm and a good set of legs, so a mobile quarterback. A big guy at 6'5", a $190. Their starting offensive line we will give you after this play. Their starting running back, Julian Lopez. Their starting fullback, Aiden Taylor, though Aiden Taylor right now is the deep back, and he will take the handoff to the right. Taylor is wrestled down immediately by Brandon Brock, maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, Brock, talking to Nolan Hines again, he said one of those guys who had a good week in practice was Brandon Brock, really being aggressive towards the ball, filling gaps, and made a nice play right there.
Now, one of the few teams you'll see use a fullback, and sometimes that is Aiden Taylor. He was lined up as the running back there. So they're starting offensive line, left tackle Jacob Edmond, 6'6", 355, a big boy. Anthony Jimenez, number 55, 5'11", 250, their center. Ryan Trent, right guard Jericho Machado, and Bryce Wilkerson, their right tackle. This is a run-heavy team. Handoff to Taylor, gets hit immediately again, and it's Jake Hansen plugging the gap that time.
Yeah, this Bells defense obviously is well prepared for this heavy run attack from Central Catholic. Talking to Gabriel Abella, he said they were really focused as a defensive unit and offensive unit, being able to stop this run.
Well, so far, so good for the Bellarmine defense. 2 carries for 4 yards for Aiden Taylor, a guy who is averaging almost 6 yards per carry this season. I formation here. Wentworth under center. 3rd and 6. The Bells trying to get off the field defensively. Wentworth hands it off. Nichols fumbles it. Ball's on the carpet. The Bells say they have it. Do they? And it looks like it was recovered by Nichols, but almost picking that one up was Bellarmine, as they nearly got a turnover. Gino Kresge was right there, and that's going to be a big loss of about 6 yards.
Yeah, huge play there from Bellarmine. Gino Kresge, a guy who I had the pleasure of playing with my JV year. Very mobile linebacker, hard hitter, made a great play there.
So Anthony Wildenberg on to punt. Takes a high snap. This one taken by Atobre in midfield. Makes one man miss. He's inside the 40 and gets hit as he gets to the 35 by Mario Savala. A 15-yard return for Zach Atobre, someone who's really been a pleasant surprise, according to head coach Jalal Beachman.
Yeah, a very shifty player, Zach Atobre, can make people miss, and didn't play last year but comes into this year as a key difference maker for this team.
Yeah, the crazy thing with last year and COVID, football season's in the spring. He wanted to play another sport. He, according to Coach Beachman, didn't decide he was going to play football in the fall until like the week leading up in the fall training camp. And he has been a big boost for this Bellarmine offense as a slot receiver. So the starting quarterback is Wade Smith for the Bellarmine Bells, the senior preseason All Bay Area News Group watch list honoree. 2 touchdowns and interception this year. He's thrown for more than 300 yards. Starting left tackle, Nolan Hines. Starting left guard, Nick Corbett. David Serrano, the center. Clark Godinez, the right guard. Andrea Fasoli, the right tackle. Starting running back, Ben Foff. Rocco Trapani, the fullback, Rami Nijme, Thomas DiVittorio, Zach Atobre, Chris J-Ball, guys you will see in the receiving core. Oh, but they are redoing the punt. Excuse me, got a little ahead of myself there. And Atobre will return it from the 41 this time. Makes one man miss, and I think gets a return of about 8 yards there.
Yeah, this Bellarmine offense, some of their key playmakers, number 13 played last week, his first game, Thomas DiVittorio.
Yes.
He's gym rat. That's one of the best ways I can describe him. Always a super hard worker, always in the gym, always wanting to get better. Great player on the outside.
He had 2 catches for 62 yards in the win over San Leandro, including a really nice 47-yard catch on a screen. So he caught it about 1 yard ahead of the line of scrimmage and did the rest of the work himself. Wade Smith out of the gun. He'll take it up the middle himself. Gets a nice block, and he's got this one inside the 30. One man to beat inside the 15 and pushed out of bounds around the 10-yard line. Oh, Wade Smith, look at him go.
Yeah, Smith showing off his ability with his legs. One of those versatile QBs who can run super well. Also has a cannon of an arm. Great play there by Smith.
They put that at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 44 for Wade Smith. It's a 3-4 defense that the Raiders use. Jericho Machado, Jacob Edmond, and Bryce Wilkinson on the D-line. They bring a couple of linebackers to the line of scrimmage. 2 backs to either side of Wade Smith. That's going to be a handoff to Foff. And Foff didn't have a whole lot of room to roam there. First guy there, Joaquin Figueroa for the Raiders.
Yeah, and you see Nate Escalada there in the backfield. He's one of those difference makers as a junior, the backup quarterback. But Jalal Beachman saying he's so skilled, he needs to be out there on the field to make plays.
Yeah, and sometimes he'll kind of run a little wildcat as the backup quarterback. Kind of like a Taysom Hill to this offense, as it's 2nd and goal from the 8. No gain for Foff. Smith's going to hand it off. It's Foff cutting over to his left and wrestled down by Machado. Didn't have a whole lot of room there either, as Machado plugs the gap for the Raiders.
This is a big D-line for the Central Catholic team. And, Bellarmine needs to utilize their outside game. They're a team who utilizes speed very heavily, so getting out to the outside will be a key factor for this team.
Figures to be a passing down, 3rd and goal from the 8. Nijme out to the far side. DiVittorio lined up wide to the near side. Play action and throws it. Has the man. It's Rocco Trapani. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. Wade Smith to Trapani, and the Bells strike first with 8:10 to go in the first quarter.
And Rocco Trapani, the fullback, he was telling me before the game, he said, today, Coach said I might get some carries, I might get some touches, and there you see him early scoring the touchdown.
Well, how about that? Last week with Bellarmine, we saw Brody Stratz, a guy who normally plays defense, get a touchdown reception, and now Rocco Trapani gets the touchdown reception here from Wade Smith. The extra point from Rainey is up. It is through, and it's a 7-0 Bellarmine lead, a little more, not quite 4 minutes into this game.
Yeah, as you can see, Bellarmine, they've balanced this offense so much this year as opposed to years past with that heavy run, and it seemed to work very nicely on that 3rd down play.
So Wade Smith has his 3rd touchdown pass of the season compared to just 1 interception. And, well, Danny, you mentioned it. This offense can strike, and they can strike quickly. 97 points in the first 2 games, and it's a modernized offense. Obviously, Mike Janda won a lot of games here. One of the probably the best coach in CCS history. But this offense is really cooking under Jalal Beachman.
Yeah, it is. And Bellarmine, not a team known for its size, is truly benefiting from this new style of offense, utilizing their speed.
So Rainey will kick it away. Again, you got Crosdale and Nichols deep for the Raiders. Spaced out of Modesto. It's an 82-mile drive. You go 580 and 680. Head west to San Jose City College. This one up in the air, and Rainey doesn't quite get it to the end zone. It's taken by Nichols at the 2. Nichols is up near the 20, and he gets immediately hit and sent down. A bevy of Bells there. And leading the charge was Rocco Trapani. So you get the touchdown reception, make a play on special teams. That's got to make Jalal Beachman happy.
Yeah, Rocco Trapani, one of those do-it-all players. As we saw him at fullback catching the touchdown and right there on special teams making the tackle.
So 8:04 to go first quarter. Bells 7, Raiders nothing. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line for Tyler Wentworth. And head coach Roger Canepa, top 10 all-time for active head coaches in the state of California for career coaching wins. Out the I form. Play action. The lefty rolling out near side. Hit as he throws. Nice tight spiral downfield and just off the hands of Aiden Taylor. Good coverage on the play provided by Ben Coker and Philip Miller.
Yeah, big number 54, Javon Reels with the pressure and good coverage there by Philip Miller to break up the pass.
Well, that was a guy, Javon Reels, that Jalal really liked in the preseason. Said he was a guy who really stood out in preseason camp, and I mean, you could tell why when you watch him play.
Yeah, super high motor player. I mean, after my track practices at 7:30 when Varsity's ending their practices, he's still out there getting extra reps. Just a hard-working kid.
7:30 p.m.
7:30 p.m.
Oh man, hey, work greasing the late night oil there. I formation. Back to pass. Wentworth looking far side. Beautiful throw downfield. Has Crosdale. Did he catch it in bounds? He did not. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. But you could tell why they have this guy as their quarterback since Dom Perino went down. He throws a nice football.
Yeah, he does. Big, strong kid. 6'5", 195. Great throw there. Just a little unfortunate. Receiver couldn't get his feet in bounds.
That brings up a 3rd and 10 from the Raider 19, 7:49 to go first quarter. Bells looking to get another 3 and out. This is a team that started slow last week. Well, actually, both of these teams, Bellarmine did not score in the first quarter against San Leandro, and it was the Central Catholic Raiders that fell behind 7-0 early against San Ramon Valley before coming back to win 21-14. Line formation again. This is a pro-style offense. Canepa saying in the week. Back to pass Wentworth. Pressure right up the middle. Two guys in his face. Strat's chasing him out, and Wentworth lets it go 10 yards over the head of the nearest receiver as he was flushed out of the pocket. Intended receiver was Elijah Robinson, but you had Gino Cressy there, and you had Brody Stratz there getting all sorts of pressure.
Looks like there's a flag on the play. Unnecessary roughness looks like on the defense.
Could have been a late hit.
Not what you want if you're the Bells on a key third down.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, the down marker still says 4 for the moment. The scoreboard says 4th and 10, but they're walking off the penalty yardage right now. It will be 1st and 10 Central Catholic, 15-yard penalty. That one hurts.
It does, and as a former player, those are the penalties that really kill momentum.
Yep.
Now, if you're the Bellarmine defense, you just got to stay focused and make sure you get a stop here. Don't let the penalty cost you.
Yeah, let's see what kind of life this breathes into the Central Catholic offense. 7:40 to go in the first. Raider football. Two backs behind Wentworth. Back to pass. Wentworth rolling out to his right. Reels in his face. Throws it downfield over everybody's head. And again, Danny, we're seeing this Bellarmine pressure really get to Wentworth.
Yeah, Javon Reels right there. Gino Cressy again. And the sophomore, number 64, Bennett Anderson. They're just getting in there against that big Central Catholic O-line.
Yeah, a couple of really nice sophomores on the lines both ways for Bellarmine. Of course, you have starting left guard Nick Corbett on offense, and as you mentioned, Bennett Anderson, the nose guard, 6'4", 220, grade 10 for the Bells. So 2nd and 10 from the 34, 7:31 to go here in the first. It was an 8-yard touchdown reception. Wade Smith to Rocco Trapani on 3rd and goal. That got the Bells their first touchdown if you're just joining us at the 8:10 mark. 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Aiden Taylor. This is the longest gain of the game for him. Brody Stratz is there, along with help from John Pirro and Philip Miller. This will bring it up to the 39. It's a 5-yard gain, brings up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Brody Stratz against Bedlow Atherton got that game-changing interception. Then a week later, caught a touchdown pass. So Brody Stratz looking to make a difference on both sides of the ball tonight.
Yeah, I was asking Jalal about him midweek, and he was saying, well, we really liked his aggressiveness on defensively, so we wanted to see what he could do on offense, and what do you know, he catches a touchdown pass. 3rd and 5, 6:50 to go, clock running. And that looked like a false start. Movement on the lines. It looked like the left tackle was the first to budge, that being Jacob Edmond. And it is a false start. Make it 3rd and 10, so wipe off that 5-yard run for Aiden Taylor.
Now key for the Bells here on this 3rd down. Do not make any more crucial mistakes. Already had a late hit on that first series. Don't want to have another penalty like that on this one.
So 3rd and 10 from the 34. 6:46 to go. Nearing the midpoint of the first quarter. Last game of the non-league slate. West Catholic Athletic League action begins next Friday against Reardon. Crusaders coming to San Jose City College. Reunion weekend. High formation. Jalen Nichols lines up in the slot. Back to pass. Wentworth looking for the screen toss. There is a flag down, and it looks like this is going to be a legal receiver, ineligible receiver downfield. They do pick up 13, but I got a feeling this is coming back.
Yeah, tricky on those screen plays. The O-linemen have to wait a little bit before they can get out there and try and hit somebody.
They were 5 yards downfield pretty quickly. We'll see what the official word is from our officials in charge. Oh, they are picking up the flag. So it is a first down for Central Catholic, and that will be a gain of 13. So nice play there. First completion to Taylor. A team that'll throw it about 17 to 20 times a game. Canapa telling me during the week. 6:37 to go with the clock running. 1st and 10 from the Raider 47. The deep back is Taylor. He gets the handoff, and he scurries his way past midfield. And actually, that will get him to the other 47 for a gain of 6. Aiden Taylor, the workhorse for this Raider offense.
Yeah, coming into this game, 59 carries for 348 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Average of over 100 yards a game.
That is pretty good. He had 378 rushing yards a couple years ago, 8.6 yards per carry. It is 2nd and 4 here. The give is to Taylor again, bounces it to the outside, stiff arms a man, and gets to the 40, a gain of 7. Before he is eventually tackled. Jake Hansen, Phillip Miller in the vicinity, but that will move the chains again for the Raiders. Tough runner right here.
Yeah, looks like Escalada had a shot in the backfield, but just couldn't wrap up.
5:42 to go. A drive that was able to continue because of a personal foul penalty on the Bells on an incomplete pass on 3rd and 10. And now the Raiders are on the other side of the football field. It is Taylor again, picking his way past the 30, inside the 25, before he is taken down by Escalada, not before a gain of 16. And now Aiden Taylor is ticking. Unofficially, 6 carries for 38 yards, but in his last 4 carries, he's got 34. Oh. He has gained more with each carry he has had tonight. Nichols, the deep back, running to his left, and a big stop there by Brandon Brock, his 2nd tackle right at the line of scrimmage tonight.
Yeah, one of those junior linebackers, him and Hansen. He moves all around the field, super quick, made the great play right there.
That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the Bellarmine 24. 4:37 to go in the first quarter. Bells 7, Raiders nothing. But the Raiders on the move out of the Valley Oak League. Won 4 straight state titles in their division from 2012 to 2015. Running from the fullback position this time is Taylor, and he was able to burrow his way forward to the 20 for a gain of 4.
Again, feels like it's a theme on this drive for the Bells. Key 3rd downs here.
Yep.
Want to hold this Central Catholic team to a field goal.
They have allowed 2 first down conversions on 3rd and 10 on this drive. One by penalty, one by a screen toss that worked out to a 13-yard gain. The fullback is Taylor. The deep back is Nichols. Lined out wide to the near side, Trace Hernandez, and that is going to be another false start. That's going to be on Edmond, and that'll make it 3rd and 10 again.
Yeah, another penalty, another 3rd and 10 for the Central Catholic team, but Bellarmine has to capitalize here if they want to stop this drive.
A correction on my part. That'll be 3rd. I'm pretty sure that first down marker's at the 14, so we'll call it 3rd and 11. But again, another false start. Didn't hurt him last time. 2nd penalty for 10 yards against this Raider offense. 3:15 to go first quarter. And Wentworth's just going to have to eat it as he fumbled the snap. And I'll bring up 4th and 12. Now, their kicker, Wildenberg, has a career-long field goal of 30 yards. And they are keeping their offense on the field. No, they are bringing out the tee for him to kick off. And Wentworth will be the holder here. So this will be a field goal attempt of 44 yards.
Yeah, 44, not a chip shot in high school by any means.
Canepa has faith in his kicker, and that's a good-looking kick, and that is up, and it is just wide to the left. Looked like he was kicking with the laces pointing his way.
Bellarmine fortunate there. Looked like a good kick in the air, but just a little wide.
So worthy attempt from 44 for Wildenberg, but it is just wide left. It is still 7-0. .231 to go first quarter. Bells will take over at their own 20. Tell you a little bit about this Raider defense after this snap. Smith with Pfaff behind him. And that's going to be encroachment. Troy Leota jumped. And so that'll be a 5-yard penalty again against the Raiders. Pre-snap penalties piling up here for Central Catholic.
Yeah, and this Bellarmine team, what they're known for, along with speed, is being disciplined. Their linemen not making very many mistakes and costs Central Catholic their encroachment.
Third penalty for 15 yards against Central Catholic. 1st and 5 from the 25 now. Smith out of the gun, Pfaff to his right. Receivers shift. Smith throwing back to the opposite side, throws it over the head of Chris Jabe. And that'll fall incomplete. In coverage there was Roland Brown. He is one of the starting corners alongside Jalen Nichols. Their safeties, they'll usually use Nolan Crosdale and Jackson Payne. Their 3 defensive linemen, Machado, Edmond, and Wilkinson. Their linebackers, Halverson, Figueroa, Armstrong, and Singh. Fateh Singh. Oh, of course, yeah. Roger Canepa saying they don't have a true 2 deep. They sub in and out with their just a 30-man roster. A lot of guys get reps both sides of the football. Smith's going to keep this one, and not a lot of room for Wade to forge forward. He'll get 1, and he'll make it 3rd and 4 from the 26.
Yeah, Smith on that last incomplete pass. We know he has a strong arm, but one thing I think he needs to work on is that accuracy, that deep ball accuracy. He needs to lay that one right in the bucket. Chris Jabe had a little bit of separation. If he lays that one in there, it's a big play.
Yeah, that was a good play design by Beachman and the coaching staff. You had a one-on-one, and Jabe's a guy who can certainly get that separation like you mentioned, Danny. Brings up 3rd and 4. Smith back to pass. He's going to toss one deep down the near sideline, looking for DiVittorio, and he will draw the flag. And that was a vet move by DiVittorio. He was in coverage going up against Trace Hernandez. He kind of pulled Hernandez down with him to make it look like it was Hernandez who was pushing him down. I think this is going to go against Central Catholic. And DiVittorio, who really didn't have a chance to make a play on the ball, I think made just a really heads-up play to force a flag to be thrown.
Yeah, as a former receiver, sometimes when it's a short ball, you need to become a defender. And in that case, Thomas DiVittorio able to draw the penalty.
So that'll be a 15-yard penalty against the Raiders. Their 4th flag against them. .147 to go first quarter. So it's the second first down we've had that's happened because of a penalty on 3rd. Handoff this time to Pfaff, picking his way off right tackle and immediately hit by Crosdale. Got some help on the play by Joaquin Figueroa, as well as Trace Hernandez. That'll be a gain of 2 for Pfaff, and it'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, it looks like Bellarmine's had some success early getting it to the outside. And inside the tackles has been a little rough so far with this big Central Catholic D-line.
2nd down upcoming. We'll give Pfaff 3 on that play. Excuse me, no, it is 2. 2nd and 8 from the... Oh, they did move the football back to the 40, so it would be 2nd and 7 from the 43. All right. Handoff. Pfaff bouncing it to the outside. Has more space out there. Gets close to the first down marker before he's driven out of play by Savala and Hernandez. He'll be 2 yards short, a gain of 5.
Yeah, nice physical run there by Pfaff. We saw a lot of that last week against San Leandro, especially on that 33-yard touchdown run.
One of 3 touchdowns he had in that game. 17 carries for 96 yards in the 41-6 win over San Leandro, which is coached by a Bellarmine alum, Brad Bowers. 3rd and 2 at the 48. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Smith, play action. Pressure in his face and tosses it perfectly to Escalada inside the 35 and dives forward inside the 30. Brought down to the 26 by Jalen Nichols. A big pickup on 3rd and short.
Yeah, Escalada lining up in the backfield, kind of like Trapani on that last touchdown. Just slides out to the far side of the field and able to catch it for a short, make a short catch and then run all the way down to what looks like the 26 or 27-yard line.
25-yard gain brings up 1st and 10 from the 27. Under 40 seconds to play here in the first quarter. The drive continues. 4 wide receivers set. Pfaff and the pistol behind Smith. Looking near side to his right, he has Rami Nijma. And Rami will take it down to the 20 where he is immediately tackled, and that'll be a nice gain of 7 yards.
Yeah, Rami Nijma, another one of those guys who did not play last year, comes out this year, and a starting receiver. So another one of those difference makers who did not play last year.
Coming into this game, Rami Nijma with 4 catches for 39 yards. That's his 5th grab of the season. And that will be the end of the first quarter. So when we come back, the Bells will have a 2nd and 3 from the Raider 20 to start the second quarter. 12 minutes in the books. It's Bells 7, Raiders nothing. You're watching Bellarmine football on Bellarmine's YouTube page. All right, start of the second quarter here. Bellarmine leading Central Catholic 7-0. They've got the ball on the Raider 20-yard line with a 2nd and 3 to start the second. Pistol formation. Trapani in motion. They'll line up to the right of Smith. Nijma and Di Vittorio in a bunch formation to the near side, the 2 receivers. And we're going to get a whistle immediately. And a timeout taken by Jalal Beachman. Something, a timeout, well, it's better it's happening in the first half and the second, but certainly you don't want to waste a timeout coming out of a quarter break.
Yeah, that's not ideal. Looks like there was some confusion. Had to make a couple adjustments, just not enough time there to get the play off.
Better to take a timeout when you have 3 remaining than to give up 5 yards on a delay of game. So 2nd and 3. Still 12 minutes on the clock. This is the only WCAL game going on this week. This is the traditional bye week for WCAL schools. Normally you play your 3 non-league games, take a bye week, and then get into league play. Bellarmine's schedule a little funky this year, and I respect that they played week 1, had a bye week, week 2, then played week 3, and now week 4. Here against Central Catholic, beating Mendel Atherton 56-41, week 1, week 3 after the bye week, 41-6 over San Leandro, and right now leading Central Catholic 7-0. 2nd and 3. Let's do it for real this time. Trapani to the right of Smith. Chris Jabe in the slot. Nijma lined up to the near side. Di Vittorio to the far side. It's a give to Pfaff up the middle as he's looking for that first down yardage. He will be close. He'll be a yard shy. 5 carries for 10 yards unofficially for Pfaff. Looks like it'll be 3rd and... they're going to measure this. Bringing out the chains, I think, is the hold up here. Here we go. Let's see. It's close. And it won't be enough. About a half yard shy. So 3rd and short here for the Bells. Worked on the chain gang once and maybe twice in high school. Fun job.
Yeah, it looked like on that play, starting right guard Clark Godinez went to the sideline, and junior Johnny Johnson came in. So I don't know what that means for Godinez, if he's injured or just needs to play off, but look at that matchup on that right side.
Yeah. John Johnson, 6 foot, 190-pound junior, replacing the 5'9", 210 Godinez. That is Johnson. That is out there, number 58, not number 50. 3rd and inches for the Bells. Smith on the option. He'll keep it. He's got the first down and then some as he plucks his way forward to the 11 or 12-yard line and be more than enough for a first down. And there comes Clark Godinez, so a good sign there, Danny, that he's all right.
Yeah, especially against this big Central Catholic front, you need all of your starting linemen healthy.
Be a gain of 6 for Smith. He's got 51 yards on 3 carries, buoyed by a 44-yard burst in the first quarter. Trips to the near side. Smith back to pass. Looking short of the end zone for DiVittorio, and Thomas unable to hold on to it. Good coverage on the play by Nolan Crosdale. Bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good coverage on the play. They like that slant route to DiVittorio, and just good coverage by the Central Catholic cornerback.
So 10:51 to go second quarter. 2nd and 10 from the Raider 11. As DiVittorio lined up to the near side, Nijma to the far side. Pfaff is the deep back. The give is to Pfaff. Gets a nice block from Trapani and is able to get inside the 5. Rocco Trapani really springing him forward there for a gain of about 7 yards.
Yeah, Trapani on my JV team, one of the leading tacklers on the team, and also the fullback. Has a stamina to play both ways.
Is he a linebacker, JV?
Linebacker, yep.
Pfaff again, and that didn't have much of a chance to develop because quickly Bryce Wilkinson was there and also crashing in and helping make the play was Joaquin Figueroa. Will be a loss of 2, so they'll bring the field goal unit on for 4th and goal from the 6.
Yeah, and Bellarmine fortunate to have one of the best kickers in the WCAL in Chris Rainey. Should be a chip shot for him.
So Rainey, we'll call this 23 yards. That's to give the Bells a 10-0 lead. Kick is up, and the kick is no good wide right. Definitely had the distance and then some, but couldn't put it through. And we are still at 7-0 with 9:44 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, a little bit of a broadcaster jinx there.
Rainey, the 6'2 junior, 190-pounder. You can certainly see the leg talent there, the leg strength. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for Central Catholic, who moved the football well after nearly having their second straight 3-and-out. Drive continued via the personal foul penalty, and they able to move it inside the 30, but Anthony Wildenberg wide left on a 44-yard field goal attempt. He's now 1 for 2 on field goals this year, hit from 21 earlier this season. So Wentworth under center I formation. See a lot of two tight end sets with this team as Aiden Taylor is able to scurry his way up to the 24, a gain of 4. Last guy off the pile there, Brandon Brock for the Bells.
Yeah, key here for the Bells on this drive. Don't let Taylor get going. He gashed them for 10 yards, 12 yards, 16 yards on that last drive.
Unofficially 8 carries for 46 yards for him. He is the fullback. They hand it to him as he bounces it off left tackle, and he has a first down before he is pushed out of play by Coker, but another nice gain for Aiden Taylor, and that'll move the chains as he gets up to the 32 for a gain of 8. .9:03 to go second quarter, 7-0 Bells. Ball is at the 33. Toss goes out to Tyler Jacklich, his first touch, and he is spilled at the line of scrimmage. And that was Gino Cressy there for the tackle.
It looked like he stumbled a little bit getting that handoff. But Gino right there to make the tackle.
Gino, the starting Sam linebacker, strong side linebacker. And this 3-4 defense for the Bells. They crowd the line of scrimmage with a couple of those linebackers. Back to passes. Wentworth looking far side. Throws that one over the head of Crosdale. And Philip Miller was right there in coverage for the Bells, and that'll bring up third down.
Yeah, Bells for the most part today have been solid in the passing game so far.
Yeah, unofficially we have Wentworth down as 1 for 5 for 17 yards. Actually 13 yards, though. That was the 13-yard screen to Taylor. So third down. See if the Bells can get off the field here. And it looks like Central Catholic is going to call a timeout. It'll be their first charge timeout with 8:25 to go in the second quarter. What do you need to see from this Bell defense right here, Danny, to get off the field?
Well, they've been getting good pressure on pass plays and on run plays. They need to keep their blocks, take up space in the middle, and then don't let Taylor bounce outside if you're a corner or a safety.
Yeah, that definitely seems like a good plan there. And Taylor has certainly started to gash the Bells a little bit. 9 carries for 55 yards. Mentioned Wentworth 1 for 5 for 13 yards through the air. Taylor on that 13-yard reception. So for a team that has gained 60 yards of total offense, Taylor has 68 of them. Now they've lost 8 yards on negative plays, so he has been more than 100% of their offense. All numbers we give you unofficial. We're taking them ourselves up here in the booth on the Bellarmine Sports YouTube page. Third down out of the timeout. 8:25 to go. Ball at the 33. A double handoff, and the trick play works. It's Taylor into plus territory as he's going to be wrangled out of play at the 30. That will be a 37-yard run. Jalel Beachman said, well, they might have a trick play or two up their sleeve this week, and there was one of them.
Yeah, truly caught the Bells off guard there, and Taylor able to bounce to the outside for a big gain on that third down.
Handed to one running back who handed it off to Taylor, and he went the other way for 33 yards, had the defense moving the wrong way there. 1st and 10 from the Bellarmine 30. Really nice play design for the Raiders. 8:06 to go, second quarter. Wentworth under center. Back to pass, looking left. Lofts it to the end zone. Single coverage. Crosdale's got it. Threw back shoulder, and it will be a reception for Nolan Crosdale. Well, Philip Miller was right there. Threw it into a tight spot, but Crosdale's able to come down with the grab. It'll be a gain of 28.
Yeah, nice comeback by Crosdale on that route. A short throw, had to come back for the ball, made a nice catch in a tight window.
So first and goal here for the Raider offense from the Bellarmine 2. 7:45 to go here in the second quarter. Bell 7, Raiders nothing. Crosdale is the wide receiver. It's a handoff to Taylor, trying to plow his way into the end zone, and he's going to be a couple of feet short, if that. So the Bellarmine defense stiffening up there. Second and goal from the 1 now.
Yeah, and if you're the Bells here, don't let anything go outside. And if there's an inside run, make it difficult. Don't let them just walk right in.
It'll be Taylor again, and he's in. And so a 1-yard touchdown run for Aiden Taylor makes it 7-6, a chance to tie with a point after touchdown coming. A 1-yard run for Taylor. That is his 9th TD of the season. And we've played less than 3.5 games this year, the Raiders have. Unofficially in this game, 12 carries, 90 yards, and a touch. Wildenberg on for the extra point, missed from 44. This one much closer. The extra point is good, and we are all square at 7 with 7:01 to go in the first half.
Yeah, that trick play on 3rd and 9 for Central Catholic really sprung that drive open and able to score easily from inside the red zone.
Yeah, they got 33 on that trick play, the double handoff. It was Taylor, of course, who broke it big there for the Raiders. And then he finished up the drive as expected. Had first and goal from the 2. Also had that 28-yard passing play to Crosdale on the comeback route. And then from there, it was Aiden Taylor's job to put it in, and he did. What do you want to see out of this Bellarmine drive offensively, Danny?
On this drive, keep a balanced attack. And on this drive, try and establish the run game. Ben Foff, 5 carries for 10 yards, I think. And that's not what we usually see from him. So establishing a run game, then branching out to passes, looking for DiVittorio, Nijma.
Philip Miller back deep. Alongside Foff. Wildenberg getting ready to boot it away. Good to have the Bellarmine band here. And here comes the kick. Low line drive going to be taken by one of the up men. That's Chris Jabe. Trying to bounce it to the outside. Cuts it back up the middle. A nice return for Chris Jabe as he gets near the 40 as he is picked up off his feet. Almost looked like they were trying to give him the hero's carry, put him on their shoulders and walk him off the field. There is an injured Raider on the play. Cannot tell from here who it is. He is face down on the turf, and I hope he's all right. And, well, Danny, for a team that only has about 30 players, they can ill afford injuries.
Yeah, this is a team running thin on numbers, but high on energy. And, like you said, they can't afford to lose a player. But, I mean, this team with only having about 30 guys, they know what it's like already to have a small roster and play through that, having enough stamina, having enough energy to play an entire game.
Kevin Dana with Danny Williams, BCP class of 05 with BCP class of 2022. As they are still looking at that injured Raider. And to the point about them only having 30 guys, Roger Canepa has been a head coach for more than 30 years. He said he's never had more than 40. He kind of prides himself on having smaller rosters, and kind of the recruiting pitch for him is, well, if you come play for me, you know you're going to play. You're probably going to play both ways just because of the numbers, and that is something they've certainly taken a lot of pride in. One year when they won a state title, they had 9 players who were playing both ways. So this is a team that certainly is a hard-nosed squad, and they pride themselves on playing both ways. And now they're going to be a little thinner than usual, unfortunately. And Associate AD, Jamon Osby, former Bellarmine basketball player, coming out to check on the injured player. And yeah, he can't put any weight on his left leg. Is that 24? 84? Yeah, that is number 84. It was tough to tell for a while, but that is Xavier Velasquez, a junior wide receiver / linebacker, who also plays some special teams for them.
Yeah, never like to see the cart go out. And like for Bellarmine, losing a Tej Mahesh last week, they know what it's like to lose a player to a big injury. So never something you like to see.
Yeah, Tej Mahesh considered kind of the heart and soul of this team. Really good in the locker room for this squad. They're also without Matthew DeSico this week and Dalen Buenrostro, both of them dealing with shoulder injuries. So 1st and 10 from the 39 for the Bells. 3 wide this time. Jabe in the slot. Nijma lined up out wide to the near side. Smith hands it off. Pfaff has nowhere to go. Savala, the first guy there, and then he's finished off by Aiden Taylor. That's going to be a loss of 3.
Yeah, big play there by Central Catholic defense. They did their homework, really keying on Ben Pfaff on that run.
Yeah, unofficially Pfaff, 8 carries for 12 yards now, so 1.5 yards per carry. After just a great first couple of weeks, Ben Pfaff, 295 rushing yards through his first 2 games on 8 yards per carry and 7 touchdowns. 6:15 clock running into 2nd and 13 from the 36. Atobre in motion. Back to pass. It's a screen toss to Atobre. They have the blockers for him. Here comes Zach Atobre. Pass midfield inside the 30 and tackled from behind around the 25. Zach Atobre, one of the special weapons for this Bellarmine offense, making the Raiders pay big there.
Yeah, great play design there by the Bellarmine offense. Smith rolling right, finds Atobre back to the left side for the screen play, and had blockers out there, including left tackle Nolan Hines, and just a great lane for Atobre to do his thing.
38 yards on the play. Makes it 1st and 10 from the Raider 26. 5:50 to go first half. 3 receivers set. Smith trying to draw the Raiders offside on a hard count. Smith barking out the play. Back to pass. Smith looking for the end zone. Oh, great play on the ball made by Jalen Nichols. Got a fingertip on it. If he doesn't touch that, it's a touchdown for Chris Jabe.
Yeah, we saw that once before. Jabe open on that long pass in the first quarter, and we see it again. But nice play there by the Central Catholic defense.
Jalen Nichols, one of the cornerbacks for this team, has done a nice job defensively. 11 tackles, an interception. That is his 5th pass defense of the season to lead the team. Brings up 2nd and 10. Smith hit as he throws, gets deflected, but it still gets to Rocco Trapani, and it's going to be a first down. Down to the 14, a gain of 12 for Rocco Trapani, who has his 2nd catch of the game.
Yeah, another one of those little zero routes from Trapani out of the backfield and making the most out of it. First down for the Bells.
2 catches, 20 yards, and a touchdown for Rocco. 1st and 10 from the 14. They're going to get Josh Thompson in there. Number 88, a senior, 6'3", $195. First time we've seen him come into the game today. The tight end having trouble getting aligned here. Trips to the near side. And
looks like a false start.
Yeah, they just had trouble getting lined up. And yeah, the flag on the near side of the field. You called it, Danny. False start on the Bells.
Yeah, one of those things with this new Bellarmine offense. A lot of movement, a lot of signals from the sideline, and sometimes players can get tripped up with the signals, and just like what happened on that play.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, the tight end trying to line up inside the right tackle, and things got a little hairy from there. 1st and 15 from the 19 now with 4:38 to go. Trips near side. Smith has some blockers, gets to the edge, inside the 15, and takes a tackler down inside the 10. It's Nichols who stops him, but not before a big gain to get back all that penalty yardage and then some.
Wade Smith, a very physical runner. Usually you see quarterbacks most of the time try and sneak out of bounds or slide. Not Wade Smith. He's trying to run people over.
Not Wade Smith. That's for sure. That was a gain of 10, makes it 2nd and 5 from the 9. He's got 61 yards on the ground. Smith has trips to the far side of the field, looking to his right. Over the middle, has Rami Nijma, and he's going to have a 1st down. Met with resistance at the 2-yard line, but not before a gain of 7 and a Bellarmine 1st down. 97 yards through the air for Smith. 14 of those have gone to Rami.
Yeah, when I had the chance to play with Rami Nijma my sophomore year, I would like to say the best hands on the team, a super reliable receiver.
Showed off those hands there. That was not an easy catch to make. Off to the left of Smith. Wade had nowhere to go that time. First guy to him, helping to bring him down. Great defensive stop there by this defense. Romeo Itiki making the tackle. As the ball is on the 3-yard line, a loss of 1 for Wade.
Yeah, and if you're the Bells here, you want to come away with points. No empty possessions here. Preferably a touchdown. And going into the second half, getting the football, you want to score points here.
3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Wade Smith takes the snap, hands it off. It's Pfaff. He runs through an arm tackle and bulldozes his way into the end zone for a Bellarmine touchdown.
That's the physical running you like to see from Ben Pfaff. Breaks the arm tackle of one of those big D linemen and brings into the end zone for his 8th touchdown in the year in only 3 games.
How about the production from Ben Pfaff that you just mentioned, Danny? 8 touchdowns in 3 games. And this is a guy who gets stronger as the game goes on. He is just in great shape. Jalal Beachman saying he fell in love with the process of getting better. Really saw as when he was a freshman, saw how good of a football player he could become, Danny, and he is really starting to become a special player here for the Bells.
Yeah, he really is, and almost like Derrick Henry worthy, and like you said, getting stronger in that second half. So there will be more to see of Ben Pfaff for sure coming in the second half.
And Jalal Beachman telling me this week, guys on the other team just don't want to tackle him in the second half because he is a load. 14-7 Bells, 2:54 to go first half. The Raiders will get it on the kickoff here. Good student section. Filled up. This side of the stands all the way full. Good to be back here at San Jose City. Of course, playing home games last year, actually at the true home of Bellarmine, on campus. Of course, couldn't play in front of many people with COVID protocols. Only a 5-game season in the spring. Back to fall football, and Jalal Beachman saying, well, this is my first true year. They're going 2-3 in the spring, 2-0 now. So Jalal Beachman, a winning record as a head coach as the ball falls off the tee. I'm going to make a prediction here, Danny. If the Bells win this game, Jalal Beachman's record will never go 500 or below for the rest of his career.
That's a very bold prediction, considering this is one of the toughest leagues
Yeah.
in Northern California. But I do like the prediction. You know, this Bells team has a bright future.
That's into the end zone. We'll see if see how that holds up. That's of course dependent on this game. First and 10 from the 20. Now, I shouldn't say I have a pretty terrible record of predictions, so I didn't mean to put that jinx on Jalal. Broken clock is right twice a day, we remind our audience. First and 10 from the 20. Handoff. Taylor, nowhere to go. Nowhere to go up the middle. And Javon Reels helping to lead the charge there. Last guy off the pile, Gino Cressy.
Yeah, and those are two names you've mentioned a lot here in this first half. Gino Cressy and Javon Reels getting in there almost what it seems like to be every play.
Yeah. Second and a long 9. 13 carries, 91 yards for Taylor. Wentworth back to pass this time. Pressure from the edge, and that one's going to go over the hands of its intended target. We are going to get a pass interference called. Jake Hansen in the vicinity defensively as that pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like he got there just a little bit early. That's one of those ones where it can go either way. Refs decide to call it pass interference.
That was intended for Mario Savala, the tight end who is a starting linebacker. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty. Third penalty for 35 yards against the Bells. 4 penalties for 30 yards against Central Catholic. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. Wentworth, screen toss. It's caught by Jacklich. A nice gain for Jacklich as he is forced out of play. Near the line to gain by Coker. It will be a first down. They'll move the chains, a gain of 11 for Jacklich.
Yeah, Central Catholic starting to air it out here on this drive. Bell's got to be disciplined, keep everything in front of them, and see if they can get a stop here with just over 2 minutes left to go in this first half.
Raiders have 2 timeouts. They got plenty of time. Clock stops after a first down to reset the chains. First and 10 from the 46. The 11-yard completion. Handoff to Taylor, trying to bounce it to his left, and gets a good gain into plus territory from a Raider perspective. It's 5 yards on the carry for Taylor, who's approaching 100 yards in the first half, now at 96 by our tally.
Yeah, 100 yards by the first half, that's not something you want to hear if you're the Bellarmine defense right now.
This is true. Second and 5 from the Bellarmine 49 with 1:23 to go before halftime. Wentworth back to pass, pressure in his face. Hansen gets there first. Wentworth still on his feet. Throws it deep down the far sideline, and Otobre bats it away.
Nice play there by the Bellarmine defense. Looks like just about all the D linemen had a chance there at the quarterback. Jake Hansen on the blitz coming off the edge, but a great play by Zach Otobre to break up that pass.
Nichols, the intended receiver there, brings up 3rd and 5 with 1:06 to go. So we've seen Otobre on a screen toss with a big gain, making his presence felt defensively as a cornerback. And they're down in starting corner, Dalen Buen-Rochro with a shoulder injury. So Otobre in the starting lineup, 3rd and 5. Big play here. It's going to be a run for Jacklich. He's got the first down. Tripped up. Otherwise, that could have been a big run. He slapped the turf afterwards. He thought he could have really broken one there.
Yeah, nice play call there by the Central Catholic offense, catching the Bellarmine defense off guard with a run on 3rd and 5. Usually you don't really see a run on 3rd down and medium distance, but with this Central Catholic offense, who's very run heavy, it was a nice play call.
50 seconds to go in the first half. Wentworth back to pass, looking downfield, throwing deep, looking for Crowsdale, and guess who on the coverage? Zach Otobre again.
Yeah, Zach Otobre, a real speedster, had great position on the inside hip of the receiver, able to bat the ball away.
That was nice. 2nd and 10 for the 43. 2 pass defenses on this drive alone for Otobre.
And Otobre, not even one of the starting cornerbacks, coming in for Dalen Ben-Roser and doing a great job here tonight.
He had an interception and 2 pass defenses against San Leandro. Has 3 tackles on the season. So he has 4 PDs now on the season with a couple here on this drive. 2nd and 10 from the 43, 42 seconds to go. Wentworth under center. Bellarmine showing blitz with Brock and Cressy. Both come through the A-gap. It's tipped and deflected and intercepted. It's Coker. Coker inside the 40. Ben Coker with the interception.
What a play there by the Bellarmine defense. Sent the pressure. Quarterback had to get rid of it. Tip ball, interception, Ben Coker.
You mentioned it. Credit that Bellarmine pressure. Cresci in there alongside Brandon Brock on the A-gap blitz. And Bellarmine, they got 2 timeouts in 34 seconds, Danny. They got time to make this a 2-score game going into halftime.
They really do. And like I said, touchdown ideal here. But any points here is perfect coming off of that big momentum swing.
14-7. And, as you mentioned earlier, they get the football to start the second half.
That's right.
Trips to the far side for Wade Smith and friends. Play action. Looking near side. Smith flushed out of the pocket, throwing deep. Has a man, and good coverage by Trace Hernandez. And Chris Jabe hobbling.
Yeah, awkward back shoulder adjustment by Jabe. Landed awkwardly on that one. Looks like Josh Thompson's coming into the game now.
Hopefully that's something that can get worked out at halftime. Jabe, a big part of this aerial attack. 2nd and 10 from the 37. 25 seconds to go now. 3 receivers out to the wide side of the field. Smith looking deep. Looking for DiVittorio. Just kind of lost his footing as he was diving for it. And it falls incomplete. Not sure he would have been able to catch up to that one. I'm not sure. What do you think, Danny?
I don't think so. It looks like it was a little overthrown there by Smith. And like I said earlier in this game, he needs to work on his precision on those deep balls. If he just lays that one in there, DiVittorio had enough separation to potentially score on that play.
Unofficially, Wade Smith 6 for 10 for 97 yards and a touchdown. 19 seconds to go. Smith back to pass. Throwing to his left, has his man, and that's an easy pitch and catch to Thomas DiVittorio. That'll move the chains. They get it to the 22, a gain of 15.
And I don't want to jinx anything again, but with Bellarmine's kicker, Jack Rainey, this is well in range for him. But Bellarmine looking to get a little closer with 15 seconds left.
15 seconds and 2 timeouts, so you can still throw it over the middle of the field. Well, this would be huge. To score before halftime, take a 2-score lead, and get the ball coming out of the half. Pfaff in motion. Screen toss got deflected at the line of scrimmage.
Not the worst thing for Bellarmine there. Only took 2 seconds off the clock. Still with 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, so you can still run 2 more plays before you need to attempt a field goal. Most likely 2 plays. 2nd and 10 from the 22. 3 receivers out to the far side. And that's a false start.
Looked like it was the right tackle, Andrea Fasoli, on that one. Cost the Bells 5 yards.
And so that would, worst case scenario, make a 39-yard field goal, a 44-yard field goal attempt. Fourth penalty on the Bells for 40 yards. Oh, I've seen a lot of laundry this half. 8 penalties all told. They want 13 seconds on the clock. It shows 12 right now. There we go. Got that fixed. Second and 15 from the 27. Trips to the far side. Smith. Back to pass. Pressure in his face. He's going to be sacked. Romeo Atiki there in on the sack. And also got some help on the play from Tiago Armstrong. And Bellarmine has to use their second timeout.
Yeah, not what you want in this situation with such little time left on the clock. A sack. Wade Smith looked like he was looking to the far side for a quick pass, but just didn't have enough time.
Loss of 4 on the play. Well, now you only have 6 seconds left. What do you do here? Do you try to run like a? It looks like they're going to bring out Rainey, so I guess that answers our question.
Yeah, and Rainey, like we saw on that first field goal attempt, definitely has the leg strength. Let's see if he has the accuracy this time.
Missed from 23, but he had the distance to go from 40 plus. This is a 48-yard field goal attempt. See if the Bellarmine Bells can take a 10-point lead into halftime. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. It's not going to get there. Wide right. And 3 seconds left. Actually, they're going to call that the half, it looks like. Stay with us for a second here. Yeah, all right. They're heading into their locker room. So, little clock issues there at the end, but that will do it for the first half. 14-7 Bellarmine, very positive first half. 48-yard field goal attempt from Rainey. Just didn't quite get there. That will take us to the break. Or not. Now they're bringing the teams back on the field. Oh, hang with us a little more before we send this to break.
Some of the oddities of high school football.
Because, all right, so when the football landed on the turf and was wide, there was 4 seconds on the clock. But it took more than 2 seconds to get it there. The snap was at 6 seconds. Now they have 2 seconds on the clock. I think everyone thinks it's halftime. And we still have 2 seconds. And first and 10 from the 20. Imagine this is a knee. Or just, we'll see. We'll see what the Raiders try to do here. Got 1 play left in this half. Wentworth under center. He'll hand it off. Faden Taylor gets up to the 24, and that'll do it. 4-yard gain for Taylor. That does get him to 100 on the dot by our count, and that's about the only significance to that run. So we are at halftime now. It is 14-7 Bellarmine. And we'll take a break. When we come back, Danny Williams on the play-by-play for the third quarter. You're watching Bellarmine football on the Bellarmine Sports YouTube page. Testing. You should be able to hear out of both ears.
Yeah, I can.
All right, sweet. So we'll do it like that for this quarter, and then I'll switch. I'll switch it back over the headset, so then play-by-play has able to hear both ears.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to San Jose City College. I am Danny Williams, alongside me, Kevin Dana, and we're just about to start this third quarter here with the Bellarmine Bells leading 14-7 going into the third quarter. Central Catholic with a running touchdown by number 44, Aiden Taylor, who had a huge first half. And for the Bells defense, it is critical to stop him here in the second half.
It absolutely is, Dan. You're exactly right. By our count, 15 carries for 100 yards, and he got better as the second quarter went on. He got stronger, kind of like you see with Ben Fobb. He gets stronger as the game goes on. He can take tacklers with him, and so you got to be able to stay in the gaps on a guy like that and try to limit his airspace.
And for the Bellarmine Bells on offense, Wade Smith having a good game so far, but missing on a couple of deep throws to Thomas DiVittorio and Chris Jabe. What would you like to see the Bellarmine offense clean up in the second half?
You mentioned some of those deep throws, but I think it's going to be about moving the chains and controlling this contest and controlling it with time of possession in your offense. You have the touchdown lead. If you can get a good drive here, get points on the board here, go up 2 scores, and make it a nice long drive, then you're kind of really putting Central Catholic behind the 8 ball a little bit. It's a 24-minute half, unlike college or the NFL where it's a 30-minute half. It's 12-minute quarters as opposed to 15. So one long drive here could take up a good chunk of this quarter and really start to make the Raiders feel it.
That's right, and Bellarmine looking to establish their running game here in the second half. Ben Foss scoring a 1-yard touchdown in this first half. Central Catholic to kick it deep to Bellarmine. Philip Miller and Ben Foff back deep for the Bells. The kick, it's on its way. Ben Foff will take it, and it will be a touchback. So the Bells will start at the 25-yard line.
Now, I'm not going to complain if they get an 80-yard touchdown right off the bat. I'm just saying, it'd be nice to have a nice long drive here.
Yeah, take a chunk of that time off the clock, establish the run game. Long drive to score a touchdown would be nice for the Bells. So Bellarmine's personnel out there, Rami Nijma, Chris Jabe, Zach Atobre, Ben Foff in the backfield, and Wade Smith at quarterback. Nolan Hines and Atobre motion to the far side of the field. Smith takes a snap, design QB run, brings it to the middle, and gets a couple on that play. Looks like big number 52, Jericho Machado, was in there for Central Catholic.
Yeah, I kind of think the Raiders are keyed in on that play. When you have Nolan Hines motioning over to the other side, when they've done that in the past, it's been a run play in this game, and perhaps the Raiders have picked up on that because they were all over that play.
So they'll give Smith 1 on the carry, second and a long 9. DiVittorio out wide to the near side of the field. Brody Stratz into the game at tight end. Ben Foff, the far back. Smith fakes the handoff. Looking, finds Escalada in the backfield, makes one man miss, breaks a tackle, stiff arm, and is wrapped down at right around the 26-yard line by number 14, or it looks like number 44, Aiden Taylor.
That was a nice juke in the backfield there, Nate Escalada. I mean, showing you can do everything. You can play quarterback, you can play in the secondary. He can make men miss. He had that nice big run against Menlo Atherton in the second half to get the offense going there. Nice play.
So 3rd down and 3 now for the Bells. To receiver side. Atobre motions. Smith looking. Runs. Juke move to the 30, 35, 40, and is slammed down by Taylor at the 40-yard line, but not after a first down. That dead leg is deadly on the run by Wade Smith.
For the older fans who are watching, Chris Berman would say after a move like that, whoop! Because that was, he made a man miss pretty good there.
So 1st down now for the Bells at the 40-yard line. 10:45 left to go in this third quarter. Smith out wide and passes batted down. Looks like number 6 got in there. Number 5, Romeo Ataki. So batted ball will make it 2nd and 10 for the Bells. 3 receivers to the far side, DiVittorio to the near side. Smith looks, fires, has DiVittorio down to a knee, and that'll be a gain of 9 for the Bells.
That's a big pickup there on 2nd down, just so you get ahead of the chains there. Now you got a 3rd and 1. You could do pretty much anything, and you could treat this as a 2-down situation as well.
Smith will go under center on this 3rd and 1. QB keeper, and he will get it with a nice push by the offensive line.
Well, it's not often you see the Bells go under center anymore, and this isn't the Mike Ganda days. It is pretty much all shotgun / pistol kind of stuff, but yeah, it worked there for the Bells.
So 1st and 10 into Central Catholic territory now at the 48-yard line. Ben Foff, the lone back in the backfield. 4 receivers. Smith rolls right, fires, has a man. It's a Tobre, and the pass is broken up. Nice play by number 12, Nolan Crosdale on Zach Tobre.
And it was there. Good route ran by Tobre, but Crosdale was there the whole way. Very solid coverage.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Bells from the 48-yard line after that pass breakup. Philip Miller will come into the game. Looks like Zach Tobre's shoe came off. So 3 receivers to the far side. DiVittorio, the lone receiver, to the left. Smith in the gun. Ben Foff out of the backfield, and it's a backwards pass. And Ben Foff will have to jump on it, and he does. A disastrous play there for the Bells on that backwards pass. Fortunate enough to get the ball back, though.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you don't want to lose 20 yards or whatever it's going to turn out to be. That was a really heads-up play by Ben Foff, knowing that that was a backwards pass and that was a fumble and not an incomplete pass. He's going to eat it on the stats because he's going to take that 21-yard loss, but that was a possession-saving play. Now you're extremely behind the chains, but...
Yeah, 3rd and forever now for the Bells, just looking to get some of that yardage back. 3 receivers to the near side. Smith looking. Doesn't find anyone. He is wrapped down. Nice play there by the Central Catholic defense. Big number 52, again, Jericho Machado. So 4th and even more forever for this Bells offense, and they will have to punt.
Let's see, trying to do the math. I don't think the scoreboard's updated. They need the, 38. They're at the, 26. Was that 24? I think it's 4th and 36.
Sounds about right there. Bellarmine will have to punt after the backwards pass. Rainey gets it off. Punt will be fair caught at around the 35-yard line by number 12, Crosdale. So Bellarmine after the backwards pass, the momentum stalls, and Central Catholic will get the ball at their own 36-yard line.
38-yard punt, that was nicely done. More importantly, no return. So good net punting yardage there. If you can get net 38 on a punt in high school football, you're doing your job.
So Central Catholic now, quarterback under center. Handoff to Taylor, far side. Doesn't get much. A plethora of Bells there on the play. Looked like Philip Miller, Brody Stratton in there on the tackle.
But you'll take that if you're Central Catholic. He ends up getting 4 there. This is a team that can very much play 4 yards in a cloud of dust football.
That's right. And Taylor looks like on every run he has is able to get a couple more yards after first contact. So 2nd and 6 for the Central Catholic Raiders. Pitch near side, Taylor, and he is wrapped up. Brandon Brock with a nice play, but there is a flag. Holding on the offense, and this one's coming back.
Yeah, the Bellarmine sideline knew it immediately.
So nice play nonetheless, but this one will bring the Central Catholic Raiders back.
I think if you were looking at like a 3rd and 10, you'd decline the penalty, but since it was going to be 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5, you definitely accept the penalty.
Yeah, and with the way the Central Catholic Raiders have been running this ball, 3rd and 6 is no gimme for this Bellarmine defense.
Definitely.
So it'll be 2nd and 16 now for the Raiders after that holding call. One receiver out to the far side. Draws back to pass. Looking that way. Has a man, and it is incomplete on the comeback route. Looking for Crosdale.
He had him open, too. Just underthrew him a little bit. That's one that Wentworth would like back.
So 3rd and 14 here for the Raiders. This will be a big defensive stop for the Bells if they can get this one. After the lost yardage on their first drive of the half, they're itching to get the ball back here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, the scoreboard initially said 3rd and 14, but they just updated now. 3rd and 19, so they got to get the 46.
3 receivers out to the far side, quarterback under center. Wentworth looking, has a lot of time, rolling to the far side. Still looking, fires, and it is caught, but it will not be enough. Tackle made by number 25, Philip Miller. And a good gain there by the Raiders. And this, you would imagine, is 4-down territory, but they are bringing, looks like, the punting unit.
Yeah, 4th and 4 on your side of the field. You want to play punt safe coverage here, just in case.
Zach Atobre, the deep man for the Bells. The punt is up. And Atobre also has room to work with on the far side. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. And will be brought down at around the 33-yard line. So the Bells get a big stop there after a first drive with minimal success. And they will look to have a better drive here.
All right, the defense did its job. It got off the field. Of course, that 10-yard holding penalty really set the Raiders behind the chains, but Bellarmine did his job, did just enough defensively to get off the field, force a punt. Now, if you can play kind of clean football on this drive, it was that backwards pass, that mistake that really killed that last drive. They were moving the football well. See if they can continue to do so here.
Yeah, let's see. DiVittorio, the lone receiver to the near side. 3 receivers out to the far side. Atobre in motion. Smith looking far side, fires. Pass is caught by Rami Nijma on a comeback route for a gain of about 7.
Yeah, that's a nice timing route right there. That's something you rep out during the week in practice, and those two are on the same page. Nicely done.
Rami Nijma, sure-handed receiver. Did not play last year, but making a big impact in this one so far.
And you said he had the best hands on your JV team.
I did, and I stand by that. He's able to make difficult catches and showing off right there, able to make that quick timing route. So 2nd and 3 for the Bells. Nijma in motion, gets the toss, has a hole, splits a couple defenders, and gets a first down. So Rami Nijma out to about the 49-yard line, first down Bellarmine.
And technically, that's a reception. That was a forward pass, even though it was essentially a run. But nicely run play there. Get him to midfield.
This ball will be placed at the 50, first down for the Bells. Quick snap, Smith looking, Nijma again. A little too early on that throw. Number 24, Roland Brown on the coverage, 2nd down for the Bells.
Yeah, I want to also throw in a little bit behind it, but Rami came into this game with 4 receptions in the first 2 games combined this season. He has 4 receptions in this one already.
So Jabe and Atobre will come out. Brody Stratz in. along with Rocco Trapani, who had a receiving touchdown in the first half. 2nd and 10 for the Bells. Just under 6 minutes left to play in this third quarter. Low snap. Smith looking far side. Finds Trapani again, and he is brought down hard. Big hit by number 12, Nolan Crosdale. Big play there by the Central Catholic defense.
Yeah, he got lit up there. I mean, Crosdale is looking like the office linebacker right there from those commercials from 15 years ago or so. Terry Tatum Lee was the office linebacker's name, but Crosdale was shot out of a cannon.
So after that loss of 5 on the play, 3rd and 15 for the Bells. 3 receivers to the near side. Otobre in motion. Smith looking that way, pressure in his face, and it is almost picked off by number 5, Romeo Itaki. Luckily, it wasn't Bell's stall, and they will be forced to punt again.
The Bells are extremely fortunate. This is still a 14-7 game. They ran that play right into the face of Mario Savala, who was all over that, and it darn near forced a pick 6. Wade Smith very lucky that's not an interception.
So Rainey to punt. Fair catch called at the 26-yard line, so Central Catholic will take over. Nice punt again by Rainey. 14-7 Bellarmine still in this third quarter with 5 minutes left to play.
Hey, again, no return. Had to force a fair catch there, so Rainey doing his job. That one going for 29 yards.
So 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line for the Central Catholic Raiders. Looking to put some points on the board. Have been stifled so far by this Bellarmine defense. 1 receiver to the near side. 2 running backs in the backfield. Handoff, and it goes nowhere. Big Javon Reels with the stop on Taylor. Big play by the Bells.
I mean, he plugged the hole quickly there. And that's a great start. Get them behind the chains to start this drive off. Nicely done by Javon.
So 2nd and 10, no gain on the play. Crosdale to the near side. Bellarmine bringing pressure, looking to pass. Wentworth pressured. There's Reels again. Dives. Can't get him. Wentworth throws, and it is caught by Crosdale. What a play from Wentworth to get out of the pressure, find his man downfield for a first down.
You know, Wentworth has kind of the build of your typical lefty pocket passer, but he's shifty in the pocket. And if Reels doesn't slip there, maybe that play winds up a little differently, but he's able to evade pressure pretty well. That was a nice throw to Crosdale on really a broken play.
So first down on the 37-yard line for the Raiders after that play. And like you mentioned, Wentworth, a big guy, 6'5", but looked pretty mobile on that one to get it to Crosdale. Handoff. Taylor switches sides, breaks a couple tackles, and will get, looks like about 6 on that run. And like I said earlier, every time he gets the run, it almost seems like he breaks 1 or 2 tackles every time.
And if it wasn't for that ankle tackle there, he could still be going right now because the defense was completely shifted to the near side of the field. Then he cut it back the other way, and he had one guy to beat, and he almost beat him.
Taylor well over 100 yards in this one with 3:40 left to go in this third quarter. Bellarmine still leads 14-7. 2nd and 5 for the Raiders. Wentworth back to pass, has his man Taylor for a first down, and he will get into Bellarmine territory. Taylor doing it all here for the Central Catholic offense.
Yeah, I mean, he basically is the offense. That's his second catch of the game. And you mentioned he's over 100 yards rushing. We have him at 112 right now. And so 25 through the air as well.
So a good day to have Taylor on your fantasy team. 1st and 10 on the Bellarmine 46 for the Raiders.
How's your fantasy team doing this year?
I am in 3 leagues, and
Okay.
I went 1 and 2, so not the best start, but we'll look to improve for next week.
There you go. 1-0 over here, just saying.
Crosdale to the near side. Wentworth under center. Drops back to pass. Looking over the middle, has his man, and it is overthrown. Good attempt there to dive by Crosdale, but just missed him. He was open, but the Bells were fortunate.
He was definitely open. If that's put on the money, it's a tie game, PAT pending. I mean, he got past that secondary.
So Bells fortunate on that one. 2nd and 10 here for the Raiders. And that goes both ways. I mean, Bellarmine missed some deep balls in the first half, too. That could have made this one out of hand. But here we are, 14-7 in this 3rd quarter.
Very true.
Taylor in the wing position, motioned over. Handoff, and he is wrapped down. Look who it is, Brandon Brock. And I was talking to Nolan Hines, and he said he is one of those guys who had a great week of practice making a big play there.
Yeah, I mean, we've called Brandon Brock's name a few times for tackles at or behind the line of scrimmage. He's getting a TFL right there. Brock has had a really nice game.
So 3rd and 11 now for the Raiders after that great play by Brock. The handoff by Jacklich went nowhere. Just over 2 minutes to play here in this 3rd quarter. This 3rd quarter, we talked about Bellarmine having a long drive, but this 3rd quarter has gone by very quickly. Wentworth, handoff to Taylor up the middle, has some room, breaks tackles, and will get across the 40 to about the 38-yard line. Still not enough for a first down, but you figure here the Raiders will go for it.
Oh, yeah, 4th and 2 from inside the opponent's 40. This is definitely go-for-it territory.
And Bellarmine here looking for a huge stop. This would be a massive momentum swing here for the Bells if they can stop the Raiders here with a 4th and 3 from the Bellarmine 38-yard line.
There's definitely a gut check down right here. This is when you remember what happened last season. Hope that motivates you. Don't want to blow a lead again to this team.
Taylor in the wing position. Looks like a timeout called. Central Catholic.
Yeah, I mean, normally you, especially when you're trying, you want to hold on to your timeouts as long as you can. But in a situation like this, you don't want to take a penalty here. Take yourself out of 4th and short. Make it 4th and 7. Definitely a good timeout there by Central Catholic.
Yeah, on a pivotal down like this, you need to convert this if you're Central Catholic down a score. But if you're Bellarmine right now, for your defense, getting words of encouragement on the sidelines, trying to make this stop. Pivotal moment for both teams here in this 3rd quarter. 1:18 left, 14-7 Bellarmine. Timeout taken by Central Catholic. Looking to convert here on this 4th down. If you're the Bellarmine defense, what do you think you're looking for here on this 4th and 3?
Well, I'm looking for number 44. It's been the Aiden Taylor show here, and I think you have to key in on their workhorse again. And he could get the tough yards in the middle. He could cut it back outside. Someone's got to be on 44.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. 44 in some way, shape, or form here on this 4th and 3. Bellarmine student section getting loud. Wentworth under center. Brings Taylor in motion. Handoff does not go to Taylor. Instead goes to number 3, Jalen Nichols. And it will be enough for first down.
Yeah, kind of used him as a decoy. Bellarmine thought when he ran across the line of scrimmage, they thought it was going to be one of those quick kind of like fly sweep handoffs, and the defense kind of shifted towards 44 and allowed the running back, I believe it was Jacklich there, number 2, to get forward for the first down.
So after the run by Jacklich on that 4th down carry, it's enough for a first down. 45 seconds left. Pitch to Jacklich, cuts it back inside, and is brought down by Javon Reels. Big play by Reels right there.
That's a guy I would not want to be tackled by. I mean, he came in hard hitting there.
Yeah, he did. Javon Reels, the junior D lineman, also in there, junior linebacker John Pirro. 20 seconds left here in this third quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Central Catholic Raiders on the Bellarmine 35.
See if they run another play here. I'm not sure they're going to get it off.
Does not look like it. They're lining up. 5 seconds left. They will run one more play. It's a pass. Looking. Far side's got a man. And the pass is broken up, but that will be pass interference from Atobre. Got there just a bit too early, so Central Catholic able to capitalize on the last play before the quarter ends.
You know what? I'm fine with that pass interference because that would have been a touchdown. I think, especially in high school football where it's a 15-yard penalty and it's not a spot foul, I think that's a penalty you take.
Yeah, I agree. Atobre there looking to break up the pass, got there early, but not the worst thing in the world. You can see the replay there. Atobre frustrated, but it was the right call. Will be first down for the Central Catholic Raiders when we come back. Welcome back, everybody, to this third quarter. It's an untimed down, so this will be the last play of the quarter. Flag on the play. We will see the call. Looks like it is on Central Catholic. Done make it 1st and 15 here on this last play of this third quarter after the pass interference from Atobre.
So this quarter should have been over a couple of snaps ago, but we've had a couple of penalties and we're still playing. The third quarter.
I will not be surprised here if Central Catholic tries to take another shot before the quarter ends. We will see. Taylor in motion. Wentworth, handoff, and brought down. So that will finally end this third quarter.
All right, fourth quarter about to begin. Bells 14, Raiders 7. Central Catholic is driving on Bellarmine here at San Jose City College. Kevin Dan alongside Danny Williams, class of 2022. 2nd and 14 from the 24 of the Bells here for this Raider offense.
Yeah, Raiders looking to tie this one up here, down a score at the start of the fourth quarter. Taylor, the workhorse for them, has been doing much of the heavy lifting, but have gotten a couple of big pass plays A couple of big connections to Nolan Crosdale and a big 4th down conversion by Tyler Jacklich.
Yeah, that was he needed 2. He got 3 on that 4th and 2 from the 38. Then they had the big PI, then a false start and a 1-yard run from Jacklich. And here we go. 2nd and 15 from the 24. The 4th quarter is underway. It'll be play action. Wentworth on the toss out to Taylor. He cuts it to the outside and kind of tripped over himself. Otherwise, that could have been a much bigger gain. It is still a very positive play for the Raiders. It'll get them 10 yards, and it'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, it looks like the turf monster snatched Taylor on that one. Fortunate if you're the Bells. Taylor had a lot more room to run.
So they need the 10. Third and 4. The Go Bells chant here on the near bleachers. Taylor in motion. The give is the Jacklich up the gut. He's not going to get. Oh, he's still on his feet. And he plows towards the 1st down marker. Looks like he's going to be short.
Good stand there by the Bells. But these Central Catholic running backs do not go down easy, whether it be Jacklich or Taylor. Showing some fight here in this 4th quarter, but Bells able to keep them from getting the 1st down. Looks like there's a flag on the play.
It was 4th and 2. We'll see what the flag is. Looks like a sideline warning. Yeah, just a warning. And a timeout called by Central Catholic. And so you're thinking now, it's 4th and 1 up on the board. If you can get a stop here, you're up 7. And obviously it's early in the 4th quarter, Danny. But Central Catholic has used 2 timeouts now.
They have, and they hopefully will not have that cost them later in this 4th quarter. But 2 timeouts that I think need to be used on 2 crucial 4th downs. Just if they convert here, it'll be well worth it. But if they don't, Bells have all the momentum.
100%. So on this 4th and short, last time they went to Jacklich, what are you expecting here from the Raiders?
I'm going to go with my gut, and my gut says Taylor. So I'm thinking Taylor here on this 4th and 1.
All right, we will take a look here. Nichols is the deep back. Taylor is the fullback. So in a prime running position. They have Crosdale lined out wide to the right. They need 1. The give is to Taylor, and he's got it and then some. He gets to the 8. It's a 4-yard gain, and that'll be 1st and goal for the Raiders.
Yeah, Taylor line up as a fullback right up the middle. His O-line giving him some push for that 4-yard gain.
14-7 Bells, 10:44 to go. Clock running here in the 4th. They spot the ball back at the 9. Taylor north of 120 rushing yards. He is the deep back. The toss is to Taylor and then slips as he tries to cut it back up inside. And the turf monster gets him again. That'll be a loss of a couple.
Yes, he doesn't look like a couple of Bells were there nonetheless. Yep. But knowing Taylor, that is not a sure sign he's going down.
The ball back at the 11, a loss of 2. Unofficially, we have Taylor 21 carries for 122 yards, so more than 5.5 yards per toe to the rock. We are under 10 minutes now. Jacklich, the deep back. Play action. Wentworth rolls out near side. Pressure in his face. He's going to tuck it and gets pushed out of bounds inside the 5. He'll be spotted at the 2. It's a gain of 9 for Wentworth. 3rd and goal upcoming.
Wentworth again showing off his legs there on that scramble. Looking for Taylor in the flats. He was covered nicely by the Bells. but Wentworth able to take it to about the 2-yard line.
Now this is 4-down territory. You get this close, I don't care how good your kicker is. You're looking for the end zone. 3rd and goal from the 2. 9:42 to go. The deep back is Jacklich. The handoff up the middle to Aiden Taylor. He did not get there. Plugging the gap that time, John Piro with some help from Brandon Brock. Philip Miller there. And last one off the pile, Bennett Anderson.
Huge stop there for the Bells. But this is crucial here on this 4th and 1.
Yeah, this is the biggest play of the game to this point. 9:10 to go in the 4th. 4th and goal for the Raiders, looking for the game-tying touchdown. Jacklich the deep back. Crosdale out to the right.
Look for Taylor on the fullback dive.
But it's going to be Jacklich, and he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. 14-13 Bells with the extra point upcoming.
Yeah, they had Taylor line up as a fullback. Did not give it to him this time. Went to Jacklich, who got that key 4th down conversion. Runs it right up the right side for the touchdown.
The extra point to be attempted by Wildenberg here with 8:52 to go. This to tie the game. Kick is up, and it is good. We are tied with 8:52 to go.
I mean, this is the game we both expected for these two of the best teams here in Northern California, battling it out in this one. Winner of this, I'm sure, will get a huge boost in the rankings for next week.
For sure. Central Catholic, again, they won 4 straight state titles from 2012 to 2015. They are a regular in the Sac Joaquin section playoffs. Bellarmine right now number 9 in the Bay Area News Group top 25 after starting the season unranked. One of 4 teams from the WCAL in the top 10, alongside Sarah St. Francis, who knocked off De La Salle last week, snapping a 318 game unbeaten streak against schools north of Fresno in California. 31-28 was the score there. Getting a game-winning touchdown in the final 20 seconds. Valley Christian, the other team in the top 10. They're at number 10. Sarah number 1, St. Francis number 2. Here's Wildenberg on the kickoff. Line drive, and that will go into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Bells. Who are you featuring here?
I like DiVittorio on the outside. Has gotten a lot of looks. Been missed a couple of times, but has been getting open. Pfaff is your workhorse, obviously. But this Bellarmine offense, they're so tricky. They could dial up a play to anybody. It's like the 49ers, where whoever comes in the game, they have a play designed for them.
I do kind of have that 49er thing going with the quarterbacks. I mean, we haven't seen it today with Nate Escalade, but he could line up as a quarterback as well. This is Smith with Pfaff behind him. The handoff is to Pfaff, and he has a nice gain on 1st down. It takes more than one to bring him down. Eventually, Fumai spills him at the 27. A gain is 7 for Ben Pfaff, who, because of that 21-yard loss on the fumble, the backwards pass, officially we got him for 11 carries and 1 yard. Does have the touchdown. And again, that 21-yard loss not on him necessarily. But here we go, 2nd and 3. Stratz in as a tight end. He motions over to the far side of the field. Oh, Pfaff spins out of 1 tackle. He's got the 1st down and then some. He's the midfield, and he gets pushed out of play at the 47 of Central Catholic. A Raider is injured on the play. The guy who tackled him on the other side of the field. It's a 26-yard gain for Pfaff.
And like you said, Ben Pfaff getting stronger as this game goes on. Ripped one off for a big gain right there. Tough to take him down here in this 4th quarter.
1st and 10 from the Raider 47 with 8:04 to go. And we have an injury timeout. We can't see who the injured Raider is, but it was the guy who tackled him. Or forced him out of play. We have strong binoculars, but not strong enough to read the numbers on the shoulder pads from the other side of the field.
We can't see.
Trying to figure out who it is. Can't tell who it is from here. And I want to say it's Roland Brown, number 24. We're thinking it's 24, Roland Brown, but
it's number 24.
but we.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, it is Roland Brown. He is one of their cornerbacks, a starting cornerback at that.
Now it's a big loss for them considering one of the Bell's biggest threats is Thomas DiVittorio on the edge.
So 1st and 10 from the 47 as we resume action. Bells on the Raiders side of the field. See if they go at the replacement cornerback. Instead, it is Foff, and he is dragged down behind the line of scrimmage. Jericho Machado, a guy whose name you called in the third quarter a couple of times, Danny, with the TFL.
Yeah, Machado, one of those big boys up front, 6'2", 290, making a couple of plays here in this second half.
Yeah, for Roger Canepa, who has 256 career coaching wins in more than 30 years as a high school coach in the state of California. Smith, off play action, flushed out of the pocket, hit as he throws, and just gets rid of it as he is spilled to the turf, and he is slow to get up.
This is not what you want to see if you are Bellarmine Bell. But Wade Smith, one of the toughest football players I know, also a stud rugby player, gets up and shakes it off.
I played rugby for about a week at Bellarmine. Want to know a little bit about my toughness? There's not a lot of it. 3rd and 11 from the 48, and the Bells behind the chains, and probably your concern if you're Jalal Beachman is how's your quarterback feeling right now?
Yeah, a little flag on the play. Looks like it might be
Late hit?
a late hit.
It took forever for them to throw that flag. If you're a fan in the Modesto area, you're probably not happy with that laundry. We'll see what it is. But the officials were discussing this for quite some time.
Yeah, if you're the Bells right now, you're hoping for Wade Smith to be okay after that hit. Looks like it will be.
Yep. Oh, we're having. So there was a personal foul penalty on Bellarmine as well, and the penalty's offset.
Looks like it might have been intentional grounding on the Bells because
oh yeah, intentional grounding.
nobody was in the area when Wade Smith got rid of it.
You're right. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, personal foul, intentional grounding, and so we are replaying the down. It is 2nd and 11. They put the 2 back up on the down marker. So here we go. 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Smith throwing it deep. Lofts one up. Looking for DiVittorio, and it was out of play.
Yeah, the Bells trying to take advantage of the new cornerback in the game due to the injured Roland Brown, but Wade missed on that deep ball to DiVittorio, which has been a theme in this one so far.
So I'll bring up 3rd and 11 from the 48, 7:22 to go. They actually have the ball spotted a yard ahead of where it's supposed to be. It's at the 47 as Smith throws deep again, looking for Jabe. Chris Jabe has it inside the 5, dragged down just at the 1 yard line. what a grab. What a throw by Wade Smith. How about that deep ball?
Wade Smith put that one on a rope. I guess you could hear me up here in the booth wanting to prove me wrong. Right in the basket for Chris Jabe. Defender was all over him, able to hold on down to the 1 yard line. What a play.
That in the perfect spot. Croasdale on the coverage. Now we are under 7 minutes to play. First and goal from the 1. And the Bells are in business. They get to the line of scrimmage. Trapani to the right of Smith. Foff is the deep back. It's a handoff. Foff up the middle. Spilled at the goal line. Second down.
And if you're Bellarmine here, you are not looking for a field goal. You are looking to punch this thing in right here, right now. And on this second down, look for either a handoff to Ben Foff once again, or maybe a little read option play with Wade Smith like we saw last week against San Leandro.
Also, I know it's a different situation, but the sneak worked in the middle of the field. Maybe that's something you can go to, get under center again, because that's a look you don't show a whole lot. We'll see what they do here on the goal line. Will not be under center. Will be Smith taking the snap, handing it off. Foff. He plows into the end zone. Touchdown, Bells! A 1-yard touchdown run for Ben Foff, his second of the game, and ninth. Count it: first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth of the season.
What a second half so far by Ben Foff. Couple of big runs, able to punch that one in. Huge play for the Bells to take a 1-score lead here in this one.
5:52 to go as Rainey's on for the extra point. Kick is up. Good snap from Chris Jabe, and the kick is good. It's 21-14.
And one of the plays they were missing all game long was that deep ball. Misses to Chris Jabe, misses to DiVittorio, but that one throw by Smith set the Bells up perfectly on the 1-yard line.
Jabe getting 46 on 3rd and 10. First and goal from the 1, and eventually Foff punched it in. Now it's 21-14, and it's on the Bellarmine defense now. What adjustments do you need to see from the Bells defense as opposed to the last drive where the Raiders scored a touchdown?
Well, the Bellarmine front needs to be efficient. They've been bringing good pressure, but have not been able to get to the quarterback often. Wentworth able to scramble out of it, but for the Bells, being disciplined, wrapping up, going for the legs, no arm tackles, especially on Taylor. He's been able to break a few this game. So overall, just key for the Bells on this defensive possession. Good tackling and staying disciplined.
See if the Bells can stay disciplined after this kickoff from Rainey. First things first, see if he can get a touchback here or not give up a big return. Rainey does his job and then some, a touchback. Just what the Bells needed. Another thing to remember, well, depending on how long this drive goes, the Raiders only have one timeout.
They do, and like you were mentioning before, that could come back to bite them. And it might here in this one, but those 2 timeouts crucial for them to still even be in this game.
Well, they break the huddle with Wentworth. Taylor's the deep back. Croasdale lined up to the near side. He is the lone wide receiver in this set. A couple of tight ends. Play action. Wentworth looking deep, throwing over the middle of the field. It's caught by Croasdale. Phillip Miller with blanket coverage. It doesn't matter as he wrestles him down at midfield. A gain of 30.
And not much passing attack here for the Raiders, but when they have, Croasdale has been the man, showing why on that play. Good coverage there by Phillip Miller, but Wentworth able to squeeze it into Croasdale for a big gain.
3 catches for 67 yards for Croasdale, and unofficially 128 yards passing for Wentworth. And like him. Roger Canapa saying has a good arm, mobile quarterback, tough kid. 5:25 to go. The Raiders are at midfield. Play action. Wentworth, pressure in his face. Throws a nice deep spiral. Has his man, and it's Croasdale tackled at the 1. Nolan Croasdale again making the Bells pay. This one a gain of 49.
And just like that, Central Catholic, we know, is a team that will never give up. Croasdale with another huge reception right there to bring it down to the 1 yard line. And not a good sign for the Bells as Zach Atobre comes off the field with looks like a cramp.
Hopefully Zach will be all right. Hopefully it's nothing more than a cramp. Clock running at 5:12. First and goal from the 1. Time certainly not an issue here for the Raiders. Wentworth, Taylor, touchdown. Just like that, an extra point away from tying this one up.
So the Bells, big play to Chris Jabe, touchdown, and just like that, with under a minute, the Central Catholic offense able to storm down the field and answer right back.
Second touchdown of the game for Aiden Taylor. He's got 10 on the season now. This his 4th game. 4:58 to go in the 4th. Wildenberg on for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. We are tied at 21. Well, that was a 54-second drive.
Yeah, not what you want if you're the Bellarmine defense on that possession. Coming off of that big play to Chris Jabe, looking to have a stop, and just getting slashed for big plays by connections from Tyler Wentworth to Croasdale.
3 plays, 54 yards, a 30-yard pass, or 3 plays, 80 yards, I should say. 30-yard pass, 49-yard pass, and a 1-yard touchdown run.
Now, if you're the Bells offense here, look to carry some of that momentum that you had on your last drive. It was a big play to Chris Jabe, and you can't always rely on the big play, but Ben Pfaff has been running much better in this second half, so look to see a heavy dose of him on this drive.
Wildenberg will boot it away. Here comes the kickoff. And Miller deep in his own end zone. It's a touchback. So Pfaff time again.
It sure looks like it here in this 4th quarter. Had a couple of big runs on that last drive. It would be nice for Bellarmine to take a lot of time off the clock in this 4th quarter. Make the small roster of Central Catholic tired. But any points here for the Bells is good after that long drive by the Raiders.
They played last year, first game of the spring, and the Raiders won 28-21 after erasing a 21-0 deficit. Handoff is to Pfaff, and Pfaff stays on his feet. He's got a first down and bulldozes a defender, stays on his feet, and gets up to the 45 for a gain of 25. And this really is Pfaff's witching hour.
Yeah, and like I said, a heavy dose of Ben Pfaff breaking tackles left and right, throwing people off of him, looking like Derrick Henry out there for the Bells.
Unofficially 16 carries for 52 yards, and that's working in kind of the team loss of the minus 21 on the fumble. So outside of that, he's kind of averaged right around 5 yards a carry. 2 receivers set. Handoff, Pfaff. And spins his way just past midfield for a gain of 6.
And like I said, it is crucial for Bellarmine here to score, but not only score, take as much time off the clock as possible. And Ben Pfaff, with these big 5-6 yard runs here in the second half, is doing just that.
I'm going to mark it right at midfield, gain of 5, as we approach 4 minutes. And you see, sometimes the Bells will do a little hurry up. This time they're taking their sweet tempo.
Yeah, Bell's not looking to rush anything here. Want to score a touchdown, but any points is good.
Trips to the near side. Now Trapani motions over to the left, and it's going to be set up for him to block for Pfaff, who stays on his feet somehow. Drags tacklers inside the 40. I thought he was going to be down at the line of scrimmage.
And this guy's just unbelievable. He breaks tackles left and right like it's nothing. Everybody, I'm sure in the whole stadium, thought it would just be a gain of 3 on a 3rd down. But Ben Pfaff keeps the legs churning and crawls forward for a couple more yards and gets that crucial 1st down.
And we got a timeout, and it's taken by Central Catholic. So, Danny, this is it. That is the 3rd and final timeout for Central Catholic. Perhaps Canepa feeling like his defense getting a little gassed, want to give them a bit of a breather. But this is it. So if the Bells score here and they take some time, Central Catholic's going to have to go.
Yeah, they are, and you can tell those big guys up front for Central Catholic are getting a little winded. And like I said, Central Catholic, both their timeouts, or all 3, I should say, so far have been very crucial, but it looks like they used them a little too early with the Bells driving here.
1st and 10 from the 39 now. Central Catholic had to use their first 2 timeouts on 4th and short plays, make sure everyone was on the same page. Those timeouts worked because they converted those 4th downs. One of those turned into a touchdown. So no beef with the timeouts, but now they're out of them. And Bellarmine has all 3 timeouts remaining. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the Raiders 39.
I'd pay attention to DiVittorio on the near side on one-on-one coverage.
It's going to be Pfaff again, and this time the Raiders are ready. It's a loss of 1. The Jericho Machado in the mix again. So was Aiden Taylor, a guy who goes both ways.
Yeah, and like you said, a loss of 1 for the Bells, but not the worst thing in the world. Still, the clock is ticking.
It is under 3 minutes. The student section is rowdy. Play action. Smith over the middle has Brody Stratz. He's down at the 30, tackled by Crosdale. He's going to be a yard short of a 1st down.
And Brody Stratz, not known as a receiving tight end, but comes up huge on that play. A little dig right over the middle. Sets himself right in the middle and is able to catch it for a gain of 10.
Had the touchdown reception against San Leandro. That's his 3rd reception of the season.
Looks like the ref moved the ball back a little bit.
I thought he was. I always thought he was a yard short. I think maybe the coaching staff thought he had a 1st down, but I thought it was pretty evident that they were going to be marking him a yard shy.
Yeah, it didn't look like Stratz was able to quite get it. So, still 3rd and 1 here for the Bells, and clock will continue to go.
2:34 and counting. Pfaff is the deep back. Trapani, the fullback, lined up next to Smith. Almost jumped the line of scrimmage, and the Bells think encroachment has been called. It has, and that's a 1st down.
What a huge play from the Bells. And I said their keys defensively would be disciplined, but that also goes on the offensive side of the ball as well. Their linemen staying put on that hard count and able to draw the Central Catholic Raiders offsides.
Yeah, credit to that offensive line, like you mentioned, Danny, for staying put, and also Wade Smith giving off a nice hard count there. 1st and 10 at the 25 of the Raiders. Smith. And they're going to give those 5 yards right back. Nick Corbett, the left guard, jumping first.
Both teams in this game, a theme for them has been untimely penalties. And right there, the sophomore guard, Nick Corbett, maybe feeling the jitters a little bit, jumped a little bit on that one.
And honestly, I think that's advantage Central Catholic on those kind of offsetting penalties, because instead of 3rd and 1, which you're likely going to convert, it's 1st and 15. Smith looking near side, throwing for the end zone. He's got DiVittorio and threw it behind him.
Yeah, and DiVittorio's had a lot of space on the edge on those deep routes, but Smith unable to find him once again. And that is also not good for the Bells because it stops the clock.
Yeah, 1:40 to go. 2nd and 15 from the 30. You probably need another 10 to feel comfortable throwing Rainey out there, I'd say. 48, he kind of got it there from 48 to end the half. So work to be done offensively for sure. Screen toss to Pfaff. Pfaff trying to make a couple of guys miss, and it's going to be a sizable loss of 5 yards as there was no getting past Tiago Armstrong and Aiden Taylor.
Yeah, not what you want if you are the Bells on that play, a loss of yards. Also, the clock keeps ticking.
1:17 to go, 3rd and 19 from the 34. They need the 15.
Central Catholic
Yeah, snap.
didn't get him off the field. That'll be a penalty on Central Catholic. Free play.
Looking down for DiVittorio.
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Bellarmine Thomas. DiVittorio puts the Bells in front. 27-21 with 56 seconds to go.
Are you kidding me? What a play. Smith missed DiVittorio earlier in this series. Finds him on that play. What a play by the Bells.
Now, again, the flag is down, and we're assuming it's for 12 men on the field. You could hear the coaching staff saying, snap the ball. We're right next to the coach's box. They're all saying snap the ball because there were 3 guys huffing and puffing to try to get off to the sideline.
Those big guys for Central Catholic were busting their butts to get off the field, just could not do it in time.
Let's see what this penalty officially is. And yeah, it's for more than 11 on the field. This touchdown is good. How about Wade Smith? Another big-time throw connecting with DiVittorio from 34 yards out.
And like I mentioned pregame, DiVittorio will be a difference maker in this game for the Bells and showed why they're getting a bunch of separation on the replacement corner, and a big injury for the Central Catholic team allowed DiVittorio to get a bunch of space on the deep ball and glide into the end zone for the score.
Roland Brown got injured earlier in the 4th quarter. And now here for the all-important extra point. Again, Central Catholic will have no timeouts to work with 56 seconds. Now, clock does stop on first downs. Couldn't quite hear what the ref was saying there. Looks like he's wearing a mic, but it's not on. There's the kick. It is up, and it is through. 28-21.
Yeah, big extra point there from Rainey. 56 seconds, and the way the Central Catholic offense scored their last drive.
Yeah.
Nothing is safe right here for the Bells.
That is very true, Danny. And 28-21, that was the score last year that Central Catholic beat Bellarmine by in a game that Bellarmine had a 21-0 lead, could not hold on in the first game of the Jalal Beachman era. Let's see how far they've come in 6 months. DiVittorio, who missed the first game of the season with a shoulder injury, and Jalal Beachman saying that he's still kind of rounding into form. He had a fantastic summer. They love the work he put in the summer. And so what they're doing is they're tacking on the penalty yardage to the kickoff from the 12 men on the field. And so they'll be kicking from midfield. Now, I mean, this is actually, they're going to be kicking from the 45 of Central Catholic. That's an easy touchback for a guy like Rainey. Maybe you try to squib it here and really pin him deep. It'll be interesting to see what they do here.
Yeah, for Rainey, trying to pin it deep isn't that big of a deal with the penalty yards added on. And like you said, yeah, squibbing it is always a possibility, but then you run the risk of a return.
Yeah, we'll see. But maybe Rainey tries to put it through the uprights, which unfortunately wouldn't be worth any more points. Yeah, he's just going to boot it through. Just a little wide right. So, 1st and 10 from the 20. 56 seconds for Wentworth and company.
Yeah, and a big factor here, no timeouts left for the Raiders. And like you said, the clock does stop on first downs in high school. But nevertheless, still no timeouts left for the Raiders.
9:30 on a Friday night at San Jose City College. No better place to be. See if the Bells can hang on here. Got Piro, Stratz, Anderson, Javon Reels kind of all on the line of scrimmage. Kreshe, Brock out there as your linebackers. Miller at one corner. And it looks like Zach Atobre's back out there. Good to see. Wentworth back to pass. Throws out to Crosdale, who laterals it back. And they knock over the yard marker. The first down marker, I should say. And I think everyone's okay from that. It's a gain of 9. Clock stops with 50 seconds.
Yeah, trick play there by the Raiders. Bellarmine recognized it, able to push the receiver out of bounds.
Yeah,
not ideal because the clock does stop, but does not give them a first down.
Second trick play we've seen the Raiders run. 50 seconds to go. 2nd and 1. Nichols in motion. Out to the slot. Back to pass is Wentworth. Rolls out near side. Looking downfield. Pressure in his face. Hit as he throws. It's incomplete. Looking for Crosdale. The pressure provided by Brandon Brock.
Yeah, good pressure there by Brock. Able to get in the face of Wentworth and just had to throw it out of bounds on that one. Good coverage there by the Bell secondary.
186 yards passing and 20 attempts for Wentworth. 43 seconds to go. 3rd and 1 from the 29 of Central Catholic.
And I would not be surprised here if we see a run from Central Catholic, because if they do get the first down, the clock does stop.
That's a good point. They do need to get the first downs a little more immediate than the clock right here. It's going to be play action. Wentworth throwing over the middle of the field and through the hands of Aiden Halverson, his tight end. A big playmaker on the defensive side of the football for them. That sets up 4th and 1. This could be the game right here.
This could. And a big play there by Nate Escalada, the junior safety, breaking that one up on the pass over the middle. And let's see what happens here on this 4th and 1.
Cuarto y uno. 38 seconds to go. Fourth and 1 from the 29. Nichols and Taylor in the backfield. The give is to Nichols. He's got the first down. Will not get a lot. Brody Stratz there to bring him down with Kreshe and Coker. It will be a gain of 5, and there is an injured Raider on the play.
Yeah, minimal gain on that play. It is a first down, not ideal for the Bells, but still not a big play. Looks like one of their big linemen down for Central Catholic.
32 seconds to go, and yeah, that appears to be number 55, Anthony Jimenez, their left guard, 5'11", 250-pounder. So 32 seconds to go. They're going to get Jaden Fonts in there, number 61, as the backup guard. They do run the clock. 30 seconds, so the injury doesn't cost Bellarmine any time per se. Wentworth evades Hansen, throws back across his body, and has Crosdale inside Bellarmine territory. That'll be a gain of more than 20, as he'll be spotted at the 43-yard line for a gain of 23.
And like I said, Bellarmine all game has been getting good pressure on the quarterback Wentworth, but they haven't gotten that key sack. And Hansen was so close there, just dove a little too early. Needs to chop his feet, get in good tackling position to make that sack, but good pressure off the edge for the Bells.
20 seconds left now. 1st and 10 from the Bell 43-yard line. 3 receivers set. Wentworth back to pass. Has an open man. It's Crosdale. He's got another first down. And he'll be spotted out at the 32-yard line for a gain of 11. He's got 159 yards receiving.
Yeah, big day for Crosdale. And if you're the Central Catholic offense, I don't think you expected to pass this much in this game, but this is what it's come down to.
But they got about 3 plays left. 16 seconds, 1st and 10 from the 32. Wentworth back to pass. Hanson in his face. Oh, wrestling him down. Gets off the throw, and it's caught. And it'll be a first down. The clock stops with 6 seconds to go, though, so they're going to have to hurry up to the line and spike it. The catch made by Elijah Robinson, and so Wentworth spikes it with 3 seconds left. We got 1 play, Danny.
That's right, 1 play left for this Bellarmine defense to hold this Central Catholic Raiders offense. What a last drive. Wentworth making some crucial throws over the middle with pressure in his face. Let's see what happens here.
This is it, folks. 2nd and 10 from the 17 of Bellarmine. 3 seconds left. Bellarmine 28, Central Catholic 21. The fans are going bananas here. The band playing Seven Nation Army. This is the deciding play. Will we have overtime, or will Bellarmine avenge last spring's loss to the Raiders?
I'd look for Crosdale on that right side.
Wentworth back to pass, looking to the end zone, lets it rip into the end zone, intercepted! And who else? Nate Escalada makes the big play, and the Bells win it at the buzzer.
What a play by Nate Escalada, the junior, the backup quarterback, the starting safety. Just too athletic, too talented to not be out there, makes the game-sealing play for a Bells win.
The Bells improved to 3-0. They go perfect in the non-league slate, avenging last year's 28-21 loss to Central Catholic, a game they were up by 3 touchdowns by beating the Raiders by the exact same score. Well, of course, this time it's the Bells with 28 and the Raiders with 21. Danny, this was a fun one.
It was down to the wire. Both teams throwing haymakers at each other here in this 4th quarter. Unbelievable game between 2 of NorCal's best teams.
So the Bells 3-0. Central Catholic will begin Valley Oak League play next week against Weston Ranch. They also have Oakdale, Kimball, Manteca, East Union. It's a Manteca school, and Sierra in their league. Bellarmine begins WCL play next Friday against Reardon before going to Sarah, the #1 team in the Bay Area. That will be a big one, but the Reardon Crusaders first. Let's take a quick look at some final stats here as we get ready to welcome you on camera here in the booth. And Kevin down alongside Danny Williams. And we'll go through some of the stats. We'll start with Wade Smith. We had him with 212 yards passing and 2 big touchdown throws, none bigger than the game-winning touchdown pass there at the end to Thomas DiVittorio.
Yeah, exactly. That was the biggest play, arguably, of the game. And one key thing for Wade Smith, no turnovers in this game.
Yeah.
Maybe some bad throws, some misses, but no fumbles, no interceptions. Overall, good play from Wade Smith.
Yeah, very solid stuff from Wade Smith. And the numbers aren't going to look great for Ben Pfaff because of the fumble that lost him 20 yards in the recovery. But he had 2 touchdowns in this game and really got stronger as the game went on.
Yeah, he did, and just gashing off 10, 15-yard runs in that 4th quarter really gave the Bells offense momentum down the stretch. And like you said, that big 21-yard loss didn't make his numbers look as good, but still had just the same impact as he did in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, unofficially we have him for 20 carries for 63 yards and the 2 touchdowns. Chris Jabe, he only had 1 reception in this game, Danny, but it was a big one for 46 that set Bellarmine up at the 1-yard line.
It was, and Chris Jabe for these first 3 weeks has been the Bells' main deep threat with his long touchdown the first week against Menlo Atherton and another big reception here for the Bells. And this Bells offense the running backs, the receivers, even the tight end, Brody Stratz making a
Yep.
clutch play in this game. Just all so talented all around.
What'd you make of the Bellarmine defense tonight?
The Bellarmine defense gave up some big plays, but they stepped up when they needed to. In that last drive, good pressure from Hansen, good coverage for the most part, and give credit to Crosdale for Central Catholic. He played a heck of a game. What did you say, 159 yards?
Yeah,
Receiving.
Let me double check. Got up to 159 yards on 7 grabs.
Yeah, and for a team that doesn't pass that much, that's
Yeah.
pretty incredible.
Yeah, almost 23 yards reception per reception unofficially for Nolan Crosdale. Wentworth threw for 237 yards. His only interception was that last kind of heave-ho of the game. That's not really an interception. That is a bad play
Yeah.
there. You're just kind of hoping for the best at the end. I think he's an impressive quarterback.
I do. Really showed off the arm talent there for a team that doesn't pass very much. And very athletic for a big guy, 6'5", 195, but able to scramble out of the pocket, avoid pressure, and make some key throws in this game.
And with a guy like Aiden Taylor, a real workhorse in the backfield, their running back, this is going to be a team that's going to be really tough to take down in the Valley Oak League.
Yeah, it will. In their league, I would not be surprised if they run the table.
Yeah, 3-1 as they get ready for Valley Oak League play. Well, Danny, it's now on to league action. WCL, it begins against Reardon. And Bellarmine, it's been a few years since they've been at the top of the mountain in the WCL, and it's a very tough league this year when you think about Sarah and, of course, St. Francis beating De La Salle. But it starts against Reardon, and now the fun really begins.
Yeah, it does. And like you said, the WCAL is such a tough league with 4 teams you said ranked inside the top 10. And Reardon, even though they might be ranked towards the bottom of the league, is no slouch whatsoever. So Bellarmine has to come to next week and take it very, very seriously against the league opponent.
He's Danny Williams, class of 2022. I'm Kevin Dana, Bellarmine, class of 2005. We bid you adieu. Thank you to our entire crew, led by faculty member Brad Lindeman. We say adios from San Jose City College. Final score for the final time, Bellarmine 28, Central Catholic 21. We'll catch you here next Friday night as the Bells take on the Crusaders.